I'm Jeremy X from VXSkate, and standing here with me is Kirsten Bays. You're the president of Skate Bristol, correct?
Yeah.
And George Link, which I think is the godfather of Skate Bristol, correct?
Yeah, the founder and kind of business manager.
Well, what is Skate Bristol for everybody, so they'll understand?
Well, Skate Bristol initially was just going to be a loose collective of skaters working with the city to get a nice skate park. Over the last year, it's formed into a group of skaters, BMX riders, roller skaters, inline bladers, scooter riders, even people who are into wheelchair extreme are interested in what we're doing. And we have filed for 501c3 nonprofit incorporated status. We're waiting on that determination. Our goal is to fundraise and to help build the skate park, and then ultimately to help maintain it and help people who want to do the sport but may not have access to equipment.
Okay. So Skate Bristol basically is an organization that is creating a skate park for Bristol, Tennessee and Bristol, Virginia.
Yes.
Probably going to be built in Bristol, Tennessee, correct?
Yes.
You have like 3 different sites that you're looking at now.
Yes, we're looking at the Freeze Park, corporate image off of Columbia Road behind Volunteer Parkway, and then they were looking at the adjacent property to Rooster Front Park. Our skate community has worked with the city on site selection, and they are favoring the Freeze Park because it's between 3 schools, accessible by foot with sidewalks. It's a really nice park that's underdeveloped that has a lot of opportunity.
Okay. So when you're raising this money, and we've talked about, like, you're trying to go for a grant, am I correct on that?
Yes.
Like when you're dealing with monetary issues, we were discussing this before, is that what you're trying to do is raise money and awareness to show the community support to get these grants. So like, it's sort of like you're putting in a certain amount of money. It shows that you're serious about this.
Yes, what happens is with the Skatepark project, which is known as the Tony Hawk Foundation,
Right.
their park building grant wants to see a good faith gesture of grassroots fundraising, and they also want to see participation not just from the skate and BMX community, but from the community as a whole. Tonight we had kicked off our silent auction, and we had donations from pharmacies, recycling companies,
Right.
tattoo shops. When you have that diverse range of support within the community, that shows the foundation that it's not just the skaters advocating for this, but the community at large sees value in it.
Right.
Because their fear is probably that they're going to put a large amount of money into a skate park, the community goes sour on it and tear it down eventually.
Right.
And their goal is to put parks that last.
I mean, how did you become president anyway? How did that even
Well, George had put this thing out on the
Yeah.
the Facebook group, right? Asking if anybody wanted to step up and be the youth leader.
Yeah.
And come out and just teach the kids. You okay?
It's part of the atmosphere. Go ahead.
Make sure that, you know, they're getting a good role model to come out, teach them how to skate, be nice to them, stuff like that,
Right.
get people excited about it. Well, I did that for a little while, and then I started helping out more and more, coming out and trying to help organize some things. I think that just led into me becoming the president.
Yeah. You're an excellent skater too. I filmed you before.
Yeah.
But with a bunch of other guys and whatever, you're an excellent skater. But I also noticed that you take a lot of time. Like some of the new boards that were coming out there, you were helping them.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a big community thing.
When I just started riding, I'm a little not
You want to like
confident
just
with,
get used to it?
Yeah, I'm not confident with having my feet on the board and
Yeah.
moving. I just be nervous.
Well,
Especially
I
with
mean, just like ride around the park, ride up the bump bumps and stuff, get used to like balance and everything. Should help out. I feel like I get a lot of joy out of helping other people learn how to skate, because when I was little, it helped me get away and like, you know, get in a good mindset, helped me be happy. It was something I really enjoyed, and I want that for other people too.
Don't let him sell himself short. Tierston is incredibly great with our young skaters. He's articulate, he's smart, and, well, let's get real. The dude, by all means, is a core skater. He's a core skater, but he's very approachable.
Is that what it takes, tats?
I mean, no, I think it's just more of if you get out there, you like it, and you're trying, that's what a skater really is to me.
Yeah.
Somebody that just gets out and goes and does what they want. And
Dedicated.
kind of just puts themselves out there for who they are.
Yeah. So when's the projection? When do you hope to have this park opened up?
All right, so
realistically,
what's happening right now, the city is budgeted $1 million towards the construction of the skate park,
Mhm.
which is going to cover a good bulk of the cost for the 10,000 square feet. About that same time, we should be getting a determination from the skate park project about what type of funding we'll be getting from them. So in June, they vote on that budget. In July, they'll release what's known as a request for quote. Basically, they'll say, here, give all the parameters of what we're looking for in the skate park. And then they're going to invite skate park builders like Team Payne and Evergreen
Mhm.
to basically bid on this job and present designs. That process will probably go into early fall.
Mhm.
Immediately after that, once the community has the feedback with the city and we get what we want in place, then they secure the contract for the build. At that point, we could be breaking ground as soon as this fall, depending on availability of materials and manpower.
Wow.
And hopefully at the beginning of next summer, by middle of next summer, we'll have the skate park built and rideable
Good.
and people on it.
But there are a lot of celebrities that are involved in this too as well, that are helping donate. Do you want to mention them? Who's
Well,
involved
yeah.
with this? Like Tony Hawk? correct?
Yeah, we've gotten autographed merchandise like from Tony Hawk and Rick Thorne and Jason Lee, and another nice supporter was Frankie Hill from Pal Peralta
Right.
Legacy. A lot of these people just,
Steve-O.
yes, Steve-O and Mike
Yeah.
Vallely from Black Flag and Street Plant.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I
Um,
used to listen to Black Flag back in the day.
yeah, Mike Valley's the lead singer of Black Flag. He owns Street Plant skateboards, and
Yeah.
he actually donated 10 complete skateboards to kids in need in Bristol.
Nice.
And so these guys have really stepped up. It's one thing to embrace the culture. It's another thing to be really close to it. So they're supporting us. They're supporting the energy. Historically, this community was hostile towards skaters, and over the last 2.5 decades, it's been getting progressively better. In this last year and a half, I have to say, is probably the best it's ever been.
Oh yeah.
And with the endorsement from Tony Hawk with the video that we got and released, and all these people sending us gear to help kids and to promote events and stuff, it's really changed the general attitude. I think another thing that's also helped us is the skateboarding getting into the Summer Olympics in Tokyo.
Yeah.
Oh, that was nice.
That you know, when people used to be like, oh, skateboarding is a derelict thing and it is something that people ruffians engage in and all that. No, there's Olympic athletes. It's a very possible and valid career path. Most people don't know, if you're good at riding a skateboard or roller skates or inline blades, you can land up getting a sponsorship just by having a very nice Instagram account with content that gets
Right.
millions of views, and then those people will be like, oh, you want to join our team? So, you know, it's changed the perception overall.
You don't have a website yet, but you have one coming.
Mm-hmm.
And the second thing that I wanted to kind of cover here is about financing as far as from the outside to people that are outside of the community that might want to donate. Is there a resource? Will they be a resource for them to be able to do this in the future?
Yes, where we filed for the 501c3 and incorporation, what we're trying to do, I believe in Bristol's been a great nonprofit fiscal agent, but the thing is when you do online donations, it could get very muddy very quick between their online donations and our online donations, and rather than just muddy the water, I figured we would float still until we get our incorporation. Then we'll find a good platform like Patreon or GoFundMe or
Right.
somebody who doesn't fee you to death, but you know, is a good, easy way for people to donate. And we'll put that on our permanent page after our skate park logo contest is done, and we can release the URL for a long-term informational
Nice.
page.
Okay, so there you go.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
17. Guys, 30 seconds left. Yeah, last 10 seconds. All right, awesome job, guys. Coming up next, anybody 18? Skate. Don't bring it back to normal skate. All the flyers up the front. Faster jam skaters on the outside. Slow jam skaters. Stick to the inside. That's it, guys.
Yep, it's going down.
Let's have a nice round of applause for our jam skaters out there tonight. And I understand later on tonight we're going to have our touring team do an exhibition. Remember, if you want to learn how to jam skate, you can see it's all ages. Doesn't matter, guys, girls, every Friday night if you teach how to jam skate. For more information, make sure you pick up one of our flyers. This is an entire benefit and is doing tireless work for Skate Bristol.
Now you, watch me show you something. They can see with your
First item of the night, we actually have some bones, reds, berries here. Touch my chin. All right, there we go. We got some bones, reds, berries here. Can you get us our ticket?
ready? Reach in and pull out one.
Five, 2, 3, 3, 7.
There he is.
There we go. I promise this isn't rigged. He was my co-worker about a year ago.
Make sure you got that right. What is it?
Those are barriers for skateboard or roller skates.
All right, guys, again, keep those purple tickets. We still got 2 more prizes we're giving out. Let's go and bring it back to an all. Three songs will be your last chances to skate, guys. Last 3 songs to skate. Can I have the person in charge of the roller derby exhibition up to the DJ booth, please? Person in charge of the derby exhibition up to the DJ booth. Skate portion of tonight's benefit skate, so I need all skaters, please clear the floor. Return your rental skate.
Autographed skate deck from Frankie Hill, legacy rider for Cal Peralta and owner of Hill Skateboards. This is actually from a limited production run of only 100 ever made, 22 out of 100. If you are not a skateboarder, I would recommend that you go on YouTube and look up Frankie Hill 9 Club. Listen to his interview, he's an awesome man. What's the number, Juliana? 552260. 552260. We don't have it clear? Oh, look at you. Go ahead and hang that up on your wall at home. That's a collector's item. Just as importantly, too, I want to thank Gary Keats. He's not here for hosting us. About a year ago, when I talked to him, I said a rising tide lifts all boats. And I think we're in agreement on that. Yep. So as a token of my appreciation, I got an autographed poster for him put up here in the Skateway from historical skater for line skateboards, known for his role in Clerks, known as that Kevin Smith movie, Alvin and the Chipmunks, and he's the owner of Stereo Skateboard, Jason Lee.
That's awesome.
Give a round of applause for Gary.
Gary, I appreciate you, brother.
Wow, that's awesome.
Autographed by the man himself. Give him a round of applause. Thank you. I'm going to hand this to Rob because he's far more charismatic than I am.
All right, I'm going to hand this to Gary.
Close it out, thank them out, thank everybody.
Well, as he said, a rising tide. Skating is becoming popular all over the country, whether it's roller skating, skateboarding, bicycling, indoors, outdoors, and the more people that skate, the more people that skate. So everything is good. And I want to give George kudos for putting Skate Bristol together. Give a nice round of applause, and we thank you guys so much for coming out and supporting Skate Bristol. All right, guys, we got a little demo to show you another form of roller skating. This is roller derby.
1, 2, 3. LCRD! So what we have right now is our two teams warming up. We've got white versus black. And at any given time on the roller derby track, each team has 5 skaters. A pack has 4 blockers, and then a jammer is the player that is going to try to score points. So both teams are scoring at the same time, and both teams are playing defense at the same time. As they're warming up here a little bit around the track, I'll tell you our awesome names. I'm the president of the team. My name is Princess Leia. In the middle, telling people what to do, is Coach Capone. And team trainer, Sunday, or Sunny. Up front, we've got Scooby Snacks. Behind Scoob, we've got Sid Vicious. Sam Slam is visiting us from Team Tennessee. Bonesaw Betty, number 3 Dead. And Jelly Bean rounding it out at number 7. On the other side of the track, we have Ultraviolet. We have Ruby Dragon showing how to be graceful. Behind Ruby Dragon, you've got Murder 333 Red Rum. Mother Fury right behind Murder, and Chris of Death. Right now they're practicing lane awareness while they get warm. It's very important that you know what lane they're in, because your job as a blocker is to keep the other team's jammer from scoring. Set them up. So some of you have probably been to Bristol Skateway a million times and never understood what our track was about. You can see the start-finish line that we like to run races on is also right near what we call a jammer line. The skaters putting stars on their helmet right now are the jammers. These are the skaters who will be scoring points or trying to score points. The players in the opposing colors, their entire job is to keep those stars from going through. All right, you want to rotate jammers. What you guys can't tell by this is by the time we get done in these 15-minute demos, these skaters are going to be spent. They're going to be so tired because usually we rotate out a bench of about 15 players. Jelly Bean gets out first, Jelly Bean gets in jam, and meanwhile Scooby Snacks is still back here fighting. Really good effort for blocking from the white team. Now this round, Jelly is scoring, so every white player she gets around, she gets a point for. They're doing a really good job holding her. If they knock her out, she has to go in behind them. I don't know if you can tell, but roller derby is a full contact sport. We have got special instruments to play roller derby. The pack is the greatest number of skaters from both teams. So the refs were yelling at them just now to keep the pack together. And Jelly calls off the jam. This motion, Jelly Bean, is what calls the jam. The score of that round is 4-4. That makes the score 8-6. I'm not a math teacher. So typically, the jammers especially would get to go sit on the bench after a jam. Right now, we're running on just enough to play. Chris of Death is going to jam right next to Ruby Dragon. And Ruby takes the outside. Her players leave a hold of her. Black team do a really, really good job holding her back. Ruby's really good at running around those toe stops. That's a great skill for a derby skater. And she gets around Fan Slam. Great moves by Ruby Dragon. She gets out as lead jammer. Chris is back here fighting. Her team is trying to make, oh no, she's gone. Put in the penalty box. If one of the jammers in the penalty box, what does that mean you have? Audience, I'm talking to you. It's called a power jam. Yell it with me on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. There it is. Power jams are really good because Ruby Dragon is scoring points, outrunning Sam, and Chris is back in. And there's the end of the jam. Sometimes when the lead jammer gets in the penalty box, this jam can last for 2 minutes. And I know you guys come out here and skate sometimes for 2 hours. You don't think 2 minutes is very much. Next time you're here, try pushing someone around the track for 2 laps. Gently, don't knock them down. All right, we got Sid Vicious jamming for black, and Mother Fury jamming for white. Mother Fury has just been with us about 6 months, I think. So anyone who's thinking about playing roller derby, talk to one of us after. We would love to start a junior team for people who are 12 and up. Sid fighting with Buzzsaw Betty, pushing for all she's worth. If I were a rep, I might give her a forearm on that one. Now you see Sam Slam coming around with the star painting on her helmet. She won the pivot. She jumps the apex. Did she get any points? No points. Okay, so what happened that time is when you see the painting with the stripe, that player is called the pivot. The pivot is the blocker unless given the painting. White scored 3 that round. I don't know what makes it total. 5 seconds between jams is not a lot of time to get reset. Alright, so I'm going to go back and explain to you the painting pass. So the only other player eligible to score is going to be smacked out front with lead jam. The only other player eligible to score is the player with the strap on their helmet. The pivot may take the star painting from the jammer. If the pivot can get the star painting on their helmet, get back around, and pass players, they may also score points. And it's going to be called the jam.
Oh, I love it so much.
You might wonder why a jammer might call a jam off early. Sometimes it's because they're tired, sometimes it's because they can't get through, sometimes it's to keep their opponent from scoring. Now, Jelly Bean's job as the jammer out back is to chase her down and keep her from scoring, or to score points before her. So Ultraviolet can get held, call the jam. Ultraviolet called the jam without scoring any points, and then she got 1. If her hits pass the player, she gets the point. She called it quit to keep Jelly Bean from scoring. Hey, come on, let's make this the last one. Thank you guys again for coming out and watching a few minutes of roller derby. We'd love to see you this summer. If you want to talk to the skaters, refs, officials after this bout, please come see us. Please talk to us about roller derby. Learn what it takes to be a roller derby player. Dragon is fighting her way through, trying to get lead jam. Chris is pushing. Murder and Fury are doing a great job keeping Chris from going anywhere, from getting around. And Black Team knocks Ruby Dragon out, makes her go back around. It's a good block by Sid Vicious to keep her from going through. Good teamwork by Snoopy and Sam. Meanwhile, Chris and Zach are fighting their way through. Good teamwork, White Team. Chris gets through. Normally skaters don't skate 4 or 5 jams in a row. It's a lot of work.